On today's episode,
we preview quarterfinal matchups at the Euro Cup.
Correct.
We also talk about the Stanley Cup playoffs currently going on.
We did. We talked about Phoenix Suns moving on, defeating Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, playoff Paul George, and the Clippers. Yep, sucks.
We also attempted our best Joey Chestnut impressions with the Big Mac in 9 seconds. Stay tuned for that one.
It was a battle.
Big science fact of the week and some prison reviews.
Yep.
But as always, Improversation is sponsored by Bean Bundle.
Hagrid? Excuse me, but what is that?
Oh, Harry, this is Bean Bundle. You've never heard of it before?
No, Hagrid. What's Bean Bundle?
Oh, it's just your standard coffee, Harry. You can have it every morning before potions class.
Oh, great. Does that mean Professor Snape will be in a good mood today?
Oh, he might be. He might be. Afraid not, I'm afraid.
Hagrid, where can I buy some, Hagrid?
Oh, it's really easy, Harry. You just got to go to beanbundle.com. Use the promo code IMPROV25.
Hagrid, we'll take the lot.
Blimey, is that the time?
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
But I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. Pretty cool! Pretty damn cool!
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
Calm down, Greg, it's soccer.
And you can't stay off the weed!
This guy's such an idiot here. Hello? You play to win the game.
Like an improv conversation. Improversation.
All right. This is different. It's an early morning recording.
I love it. I went to the gym this morning. I'm fired up.
Fired up, ready to go for the Big Mac Challenge.
The Big Mac Challenge.
We enticed the people last week by watching Joey Chestnut's TikToks where he ate ice cream cones really fast. What was it? Breakfast tacos. It was like a waffle with a sausage in or
waffle
something.
With sausage where he dipped it in syrup. And he just ate them like a savage because that's all he does.
He drank a gallon, aka 4.5 liters of milk in 13 seconds, which is absolutely disgusting. I said,
disgust.
But the Big Macs, here they are. We got them ready to go. I think the camera can see this one. They could definitely see yours. We'll be doing it in a little bit, not right away, obviously.
I'm a little nervous. I mean, I did talk a big game, but I had some coffee and I ate a little bit of a power breakfast this morning after the gym, and I'm a little bit, I'm kind of full, which is silly.
Well, I mean, I told you, fair warning, like be ready. Thursday, we're going to record Past Future.
True.
Because this is Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to another Improversation, your end of the week feel-good show. If you guys are new to the show, obviously, remember to smash that like and subscribe button.
Smash, smash, smash!
On YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Leave a comment or a review. We encourage any and all types. Follow us on our social media channels.
Follow me. Ooh.
At Improversation Pod on Instagram, TikTok, at Improversation P on Twitter.
Follow me.
Oz, don't do that.
What's Oz looking at?
Don't look at that shit.
He's looking at what's made in a Big Mac.
I don't want to look at that right now.
As we're about to do it, well, not right now, but in a couple minutes.
Does not look appetizing when you put it that way. The first ingredient of the Mac sauce is high fructose corn syrup. One of the ingredients that looks like maybe the 7th or 8th down the list on the bun is high fructose corn syrup.
I mean, are you really surprised?
Does the cheese have high fructose corn syrup?
Just the cheese.
It's got what?
Milk, cream, water, sodium.
Let's go, cream.
Yeah, I mean, that's better. That's okay. Better.
I mean, we're not really expecting this to be a proper sandwich, obviously. It's a McDonald's.
You're right.
Who knows what's in there?
Yeah, it's mystery meat.
Mystery meat, you got it.
Like tuna fish gate from Subway, yeah.
Yeah, that post, by the way, on Instagram, our little conversation sparked some debate. We had a friend of ours, Shane O'Hanlon, throw in a Quiznos. Quiznos a little offside from the Subway Mr. Sub, but Quiznos is pretty good.
Quiznos is like a one-off, you know? It's like if you're really down, you go get a Quiznos.
Well, you know what? I do like Quiznos. I would think it's more of like a higher tier sub, like Class A.
I wouldn't even put it higher tier at this point,
interesting.
I don't think, because it's like I don't know. They had the whole Quiznos fiasco. The owners were fighting each other. Do you guys remember this? No? Quiznos owners started fighting, and then they closed.
Celino and Barnes fighting each other?
They probably had to get Celino and Barnes to settle the dispute. But
what happened? Oz, can you look that up? Quiznos fight?
But they, I don't know. So the one partner tried to fuck the other partner over. They ended up closing half of the stores total or something like that. So like, I don't know if you remember, but like a bunch of Quiznos stores.
Yes,
closed.
they did. One by my old work closed down, but I think the one over by your old house is still open, is it not? I think it is.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I think it is. And across the street,
remember
Firehouse?
we had one at Laurier in Waterloo, right on King Street there.
Beside Noodle Hut?
Yes.
It was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, maybe not. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, I think it closed down. I could be wrong.
I did see a lot of them close down.
But yeah, anyway. Don't worry about it if you can't find it. I mean, it could have just been a story I fabricated in my head. But,
He'll let us know. Before we get into the Big Mac and stuff, we'll do a little bit of our sports updates. The Euro Cup today, big day for Italy, Belgium. 3 o'clock quarterfinal matchup. Romelu Lukaku taking on Federico Chiesa.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne. Well, we don't know De Bruyne and...
he might be De
Bruyne and Hazard apparently missed training today. So yesterday, past future.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens
there. They were
there.
questionable. They both went down at the end of last game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hazard was coming into this tournament a little bit injured. De Bruyne was definitely injured with the conky he suffered in the Champions League final to Man City.
Italy favored it to win. Is that what it says there? Wow.
That's big talk.
I don't know what's
a big game.
I don't know what's more surprising, that fact or the fact that I could read that from here. That's pretty cool.
I mean, that's not that far.
It's tiny letters.
Do you have bad eyes or something?
No. I have real good eyes, but
when was the last time you went for an eye exam?
A couple years ago, 2 years ago, probably.
Interesting. I don't even remember.
Actually, funny story. I went in for an eye exam, 100% thinking I was going to get glasses. I was already looking at frames, styles, and shit, trying them out. 100% going in there confident that I need glasses. The doctor's like, doing all these tests, whatever. Can you read that? Can you read that? I'm telling her about how excited I am for these glasses. And she's like, your vision's perfect. She's like, I can give you a prescription for nothing, but like, that's stupid. And I was like, oh, I was not a fan. I'm glad my eyes
wanted glasses,
but I really wanted glasses because I thought my eyes were fucked. So I ended up just getting sunglasses.
Well, you could be glasses like me, where you just get them for looking at the computer, like in screens.
Yeah, like
play a lot of video games, a lot of computer. Yeah, blue
light glasses. I did get. I ordered those off Amazon, but they ended up having a magnification of like 2 times of what was regular. So I put them on.
Supervision.
I thought I'd be good for like working or like gaming late at night or something, but no, it like made me puke because I was dizzy after from zooming in so far.
So Italy, Belgium, 3 o'clock. That's a really terrible segue to go from there.
Yeah.
But then we have, I think it's Denmark, Switzerland is the game before, and I just had the schedule up here. Switzerland, Spain. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I believe the way Oz, maybe you can pull up the actual bracket, like the March Madness bracket, and get the look of it.
We just got to talk about how fucking crazy like the Spain game was, the
Switzerland, France,
and the Switzerland, France game. I mean, so. Let's just jump. Like Spain was losing, I believe 3-1
Well, they started the game down 1-0 off one of the worst own goals you can ever see.
Right.
And I don't remember the player who passed it back to the keeper, but it wasn't the defender's fault. Right. Let's get that straight.
But
so
they gave him they credited him with the own goal, which was wrong.
Well, because I think the goaltender completely whiffed on the touch, the kick, whatever you want to call it.
Jumped right over, jumped right under his foot.
Yeah. And then I believe Croatia, they might have got out to a 2-0 lead, or it might have been 1-1, but anyway, it was wild. Yeah. And Croatia was up 3-1, I believe. Spain was up 3-1. Croatia came back, tied it 3-3.
I'm getting confused with the other games because they were a little different. Like they were a little similar in that sense, where France went up 3-1 with 80 minutes to go. Paul Pogba, he scored the 3rd goal for France, right? Did his stupid little celly, whatever. It was a nice goal for sure. And then 10 minutes left in the game, I turned it off because I thought it was over. France won like we predicted. And then all of a sudden we see, I get a notification, 3-3. Wow, this is crazy. And I turn it back on and the game's tied. I mean, and then it ends up going into PKs, penalty kicks at the end. And Switzerland wins. And it's like, love to see that shit.
Well, they all scored except for Kylian Mbappe, the Austin Matthews of soccer, as some of us like to put it.
Matthews wasn't the greatest on shootouts, so Similar.
I mean, the guy is an unbelievable goal scorer. But hey, different debate for another day. We'll get into NHL awards in a minute. But yeah, so Spain ended up taking that one 5-3 with goals from Morata and, how do you say this? Oyarzabal, Jose Maria Oyarzabal, the golfer who ended up going to play for Spain at the Euros.
It's Azpilicueta. That's the best one.
Yeah, that's a great handle. But Spain's going through. So let me try and go back to the bracket. They will play. Oz, do you have the bracket pulled up? You just had it on your screen for a second. Spain will play the winner of Italy-Belgium, right? Spain, Switzerland will play the winner of Italy, Belgium.
Right, yeah, exactly. Don't count Switzerland out. Yeah, it's like counting the Montreal Canadiens out of the Stanley Cup Final right now.
If we switch to the other bracket, let's put this out there first before we get into our predictions, because we made predictions last week for the 8 teams going through. We were off to a great start.
Yeah, we were.
We're off to a great start, and then complete mayhem happened. England defeated Germany. Ukraine defeated Sweden in extra time, and the Czechs defeated Netherlands. That's it. Yes.
Yeah, that was another big upset there too.
Yeah, it was.
I love to see upsets. I'm a big underdog guy. I love to cheer for the underdog. That's kind of my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because not a lot of other people are. So that's why.
The Dutch coach's name is slipping my mind, but he was fired the next day or 2 days after. Yeah, he's out. Wow. He's out as manager. He's out. They're bringing in a new man.
Wenger out?
Yeah, Wenger out. But that side of the bracket is going to be interesting. So Czech and Denmark, the winner of that will play the winner between Ukraine and England.
You love to see it though. Like, look at the 8 teams. Yeah. Like, look at the bottom. Look at those 8 teams.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The England side of the bracket, I mean, if England doesn't make it to the finals here, it's a complete failure, in my opinion.
I
you
agree.
should be able to beat Ukraine. I'm sorry, Oz. You should be able to beat the Czechs or the Danes.
Yeah.
But the Danes, like you said, Mike, a couple weeks ago, playing inspired, right?
I agree, and I'm impressed with their play. Unlike a lot of other teams, like France, I had mentioned, and Germany, I had mentioned. Spain was also another one I mentioned that I wasn't super impressed with their play. Belgium, I also wasn't very impressed with their play, and we got a Portuguese friend who was, I think, agrees with me that Belgium's the worst number 1 ranked team ever of all time right now.
Well, I really don't understand how the FIFA rankings work. It's kind of like the World Golf Rankings. They give out points and stuff. Yeah, Oz, if you can look up, maybe see if they give an actual description of how they rank the team, because Belgium is ranked 1, but unless I've been in a simulation like we've predicted, Belgium hasn't won a major tournament in forever.
Yeah, it's been,
you know what I mean?
So, not in my lifetime, nor can I remember. So
it looks like it goes by points from here.
I'm trying to find
what the breakdown is. Yeah. So Oz is trying to find the breakdown.
We can get back to that.
It confuses me though. So I agree. I don't know where they get their stats from. Belgium certainly, has a good squad and stuff, has lots of good quality players, top class.
World class, yes.
World class, that's it. But I don't know. I don't see it. I didn't see it in their play. I actually thought Portugal was going to beat them. I think they played a little bit better.
Had a couple good chances.
So it's a 12-month average of points, I guess, plus a previous 36-month average. Who made that up? Who the fuck knows?
So why wouldn't you just make it a 48-month average?
I don't know.
What is 12 plus 36?
I think they're emphasizing...
Is this big science, by the way?
They're emphasizing the recency performance of the team over the last 3 years. Of
recency bias?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Well, it should be a thing.
Recency bias has been coming up a lot in our talks
I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge a team based on what they did 12 or 10 years ago. I'm going to judge a team based on what they're doing right now, what they did a week ago.
That's a good point. Otherwise, Spain and Germany, we'd probably be at 1 and 2 in the world rankings, seeing as they pretty much France last World Cup, but before that, Spain won a World Cup, Euro World Cup, I believe.
And Germany won a
Euro World Cup, something like that.
Always in the mix. Has always been in the mix. Ukraine's number 24.
That's not bad.
So we got Belgium, France, Brazil. England is number 4. I just don't get it.
Like ahead of Portugal, who are the most recent Euro champions.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't get how they put England in.
Yeah, it does. Well, I know, for example, Italy, when they do like the World Cup qualifying, Euro qualifying, they play all those countries kind of in that area. So they play a lot of the really weaker countries in Europe and stuff. Yeah, like I'm trying to think of some random names, but
the Isle of Man,
the Plains of Abraham.
Yeah, Plains of Abraham. Yeah,
but it doesn't matter at this point. Quarterfinals, anybody's tournament, and every time you get on the pitch,
you play to win the game.
You play to win the game. Yeah, That's it.
No team out there goes out there and just expects, or they shouldn't expect that they should win because they're the better team. You know, anything can happen, as I've said many times about the Euro Cup. That's why I love it. I love seeing these teams, you know, battling out Switzerland. I love Denmark. I love seeing Ukraine in there, in the mix there. Obviously, I love seeing Italy in there. I think it's going to be a nice little way to end off the tournament. It's been a fantastic tournament so far. Canada's number 70 in the world.
I think they're on their way to qualifying for the World Cup.
Greece, number 51. Let's go.
Canada is on their way to qualifying for the World Cup.
Greece went from winning the Euros in 2004 to number 51 in the world.
Well, they haven't really done much since,
That's what I mean.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, that's going on starting tomorrow, and then Saturday are the other games: England, Ukraine, Czech, Denmark, and then by next week, semifinals and the final. The final, what day is July 11th? Is that, what's today? Today's 1/7, carry the 2. So I think
10 days from now.
The final goes next Saturday, Sunday. It would probably be a Sunday, right?
Sunday, correct.
So we will be back recording, I guess by the time we will know the final matchup, we'll give a prediction and all that. Do we want to kind of give quick predictions? Switzerland, Spain. I mean, you going to count out the Swiss again?
I'm not. I'm actually going to choose Switzerland this time because I don't know. Like, listen, I think teams can rally. I really think teams can rally. I mean, listen, all our picks were wrong like last week. Not all of them. I said France. I didn't want to pick France, but I picked France because obviously they're the better team.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can take Switzerland.
Today, and listen, I think Spain's had several chances to lose this tournament, and they've gotten lucky, or they've willed their way back into games. That's a lot, but like don't get me wrong, it's a lot of goals, but I don't think it's sustainable. And I think against
you do need a little bit of luck to win tournaments.
The Swiss are very organized. They're defense minded first. And I really think they'll give them a run for their money. So
Sheridan Shaqiri leading the charge on the Swiss.
Shaqiri, you got Xhaka
Granit Xhaka.
I can't. Yeah, like the
man from Arsenal, London.
Yeah. I like and they've played well. So I'm enjoying. I've been actually enjoy watching them.
I'm gonna take Spain, obviously. I mean, it's probably the safer choice, but hey, anything can happen. That's why you play the game. You play to win the game, and you play the games to. That's why you play the games.
That's why you play the games.
I was trying to stumble on that saying. Then Belgium, Italy. This should be a really good matchup. Both teams have looked very good. I think Italy has looked pretty strong. Now, there obviously has been chatter out there, and we've said it ourselves, wait till they play some real competition. They're finally going to get to play some real competition.
Austria
was no slouch, man. Yeah,
gave them a run for their money. Yeah. David Alaba is a fantastic world-class player.
World-class, yeah. I'm going to personally go with Italy. No bias, obviously. But I expect to maybe go extra time. You know, it could be a really good game.
I'm going with Italy as well. I just think they have been the better team in the tournament. So I think I think aside from some of their forwards who need to step up a little bit, I think they'll figure it out. And I think what benefits
the Italians. What benefits the Italians is if it does go extra time or it does go deep into the game, they have a bunch of subs. They have the legs to plug in guys out, plug in guys in.
Correct.
So I think they have an advantage in that department.
And also it matters if they're obviously Hazard is playing, Kevin De Bruyne is playing.
For sure.
Lots of like if Giorgio Chiellini is playing, I think
he's in. I think he's coming in.
Okay, because I think we missed him in the as the center back position.
Captain.
And obviously singing the national anthem, because who the fuck sings the national anthem better than him?
No one does it better
except for maybe Gigi.
No, Bonucci, he's there taking the charge as well.
True.
The third game, Czechs Danes. I like both teams, both gritty, both playing inspired football right now. But I think I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Denmark. They just got everything kind of going for them right now.
Yep.
Playing inspired is the biggest thing ever in any sport.
It is.
So I'll go with the Danes. And then England, Ukraine. I mean, Ukraine has played well, but I think we'd be a little offside to not pick England here. They clearly have the better team. They've got the better forwards. But, I mean, Sweden played really well. They came first in their group, and they gave them a run for their money.
Yep.
They capitalized on the one opportunity, so maybe they can get that lucky again. Who knows what kind of tactics Shevchenko will put out there. But
we've watched Ukraine play at Oz's house that one time, and they willed their way back into the game that we were watching as well. They were down 2 goals, and they tied it up 2-2, and they ended up losing. But
I think they could have won that game for sure.
I think they could have won, and I think against England, I think that game it's going to really matter on who scores the first goal. If Ukraine gets a lucky goal in there, I think they might be able to get into the young English team's head. So we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
I don't want to choose England, to be honest.
I don't either, but I mean,
No pressure.
no pressure for Ukraine. That's a good point. Yeah.
There is no pressure for Ukraine. I thought you meant there's no pressure for us to choose Ukraine, but I wouldn't be biased like that. I would tell you if I think Ukraine's a dog shit team right now, but I don't think they are, and I actually think I'm choosing.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm gonna willfully choose Ukraine over England because I just think that's going to happen. I think it'd be hilarious for England to finally beat Germany. You know, they have Harry Kane on all the headlines of all the newspapers.
Script is written.
Yeah, you got Boris Johnson jumping up and down. You got Prince William clapping. You know,
it's finally here.
Yeah, I mean, they already considered this as them winning the Euro Cup anyway. So I think I think it's already gone to their heads. They feel like champions, superstars.
Well, there's that. And they have a ton of pressure. All the pressure's on England, in my opinion. Probably of all the teams remaining.
I think they're going to crumble. I think they're just like they're kind of similar to the French team in the sense that they have some younger-ish players, and yeah. So we'll see what happens. Harry Kane, I don't think maybe he will get some legs after scoring his goal, but like who knows? I still don't think they're going to do well. So I sorry Anish, but like we're going I'm going Ukraine, and I'm going to choose Denmark as well. So let's go.
All right, it's going to be exciting. We'll see what happens. Now, quickly with the NBA, Phoenix, the Suns, they advanced to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1993, I believe that is, when they lost to Michael Jordan, the Bulls, and Charles Barkley, the MVP at the time. That's like one of my.
The one guy that did the Charles Barkley impression on TikTok.
That's terrible.
It was the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Man, I love watching Shaq and Charles go at it. I really hope that NHL, I know the ESPN, they just released.
You think I'm ugly, Chuck?
That was actually pretty good. Remember when he ate that chip, the spicy chip, Shaq?
Yeah,
and he's like,
oh, it's not hot. It's not hot.
That was good stuff.
Good shit. He licks his fucking lips and shit.
Phoenix will be in the NBA Finals. Shout out Chris Paul, finally getting to the big dance.
Yeah, that's hype, man. I love Chris Paul.
Great player.
Ever since Chris Paul was on the Clippers with Blake Griffin, and I used to fucking drain buckets with Chris Paul in 2K.
2K, yep.
2K like circa 2010.
No, a little bit later than that. It was like 15, 16 probably.
No, but it was in university. Think about...
Yeah,
okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. You're right. My bad.
14, 15, 16 is in around there.
14, probably.
Anyway.
But yeah, love Chris Paul.
Phoenix
Legend.
Going through. Chris Paul, 41 points last night. Devin Booker, unreal player.
Kawhi. Is he laughing right now? Probably not.
Oh, Kawhi. Do you think you should have stayed in Toronto, had a chance to run it back?
Yo, how about playoff Paul George? Can we talk about playoff P right now?
I mean, yeah, he didn't really come through in the clutch the other night, but he did have a couple big games while Kawhi was out. But
he did, but maybe he should just shut the fuck up and play the game and stop crying about how, people are so mean to him on social media. Like, fuck off and do your job and get off social media then. Like Kawhi doesn't have social media. He doesn't give a shit what anyone says about him.
I loved it the other night when Mike Breen, ESPN, obviously the bang, that guy, the Clippers, they were down a couple points, but Paul George was going on a tear. They were coming back. I think this was like in game 4 or 5. And the Staples Centers they were going pretty crazy, and they shot to Kawhi Leonard, and he's sitting there just chilling, and Kawhi Leonard going crazy.
Kawhi Leonard going crazy right now. Yeah, he's literally
awesome.
Just sitting there.
Yeah, so last night 130 to 103 for the Suns, off to the NBA Finals. Like I've said 3 times now, they will either play your boy Giannis or Trae Young of the Hawks.
Paul
and the
George's plus minus yesterday was minus 25. He basically lost his team the game.
Okay, but
they
like,
lost by, I know.
When I look at plus minus, like I don't even know how that
especially in
works.
Basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
what did Paul George finish with last night there? Oh, 21, 9, and 2. Oh, that is his stats. Okay. I mean, not terrible.
It's not great. He had 21 points and only 2 assists. Like, you're supposed to be the guy out there.
You're supposed to facilitate big man.
But like, that's not great. Patrick Beverley is the biggest waste man in the fucking league.
I mean, yeah, I think he got ejected last night, I believe. Yeah.
Pat Bev?
Yeah, tossed out for a little shove. Oz is giving us the referee symbol for shove.
Like, the Clippers are the Tampa Bay Lightning, except the Tampa actually wins games.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, they are.
There is no Tampa Bay Lightning in the NBA.
Yeah, that's them right there.
You know what? That's a good point, because I guess you can call Tampa Bay, we'll kind of segue into NHL, but Tampa Bay, would you call them like a super team of the NHL? I mean, with the cap, well, don't want to get you started on the cap, but...
Yeah, I mean, the cap is what it is. Like, I'm not going to get started on the cap. The Leafs have a really high cap, and look at where they are. So, like,
exactly.
You can make an argument either way.
And I did find something last night that I meant to send to you, but I said, you know what? I'll save it for the pod. and it's right here. So this was a tweet from someone. I don't know how credible this is. Maybe we can have Oz look this up. But this tweet says, after the Blackhawks won the 2015 Stanley Cup, they were $5 million over the cap, in quotations. The Tampa Bay Lightning proposed a vote to end the loophole of, I guess the loophole being no salary cap in the playoffs. No other team reciprocated the idea. In 2021, the Lightning are currently $17 million over the cap in the playoffs. You reap what you sow, NHL.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you get what you get. So, you know.
And, you know, I did a little bit of deep diving. I saw other people on Twitter were doing some deep diving. A majority of the cap that the Tampa Bay Lightning are over by right now, it's tied up with Anders Nilsson, who's on IR, Marian Gaborik, who's never going to play hockey again. And then obviously, yeah, Kucherov, you know,
and
he
Tyler
legitimately,
Johnson.
I know people are going to get upset saying he sat out the whole year, but Nikita Kucherov legitimately had hip surgery. Maybe he could have come back a little bit earlier, but I mean, $9 million over the cap, season can't play, right? So
right. Yeah, exactly.
he was legitimately injured though, so we will put that out there. But
yeah, it is what it is. Tampa's got a really stacked team.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I said this last time, it's bullshit. I don't know if I said this last time. I think I said this maybe to my family, but I think I just hate Tampa because who wouldn't want to play in Tampa? You're not going to be like a fucking celebrity there. You'll have millions of dollars that you can spend, and you don't
warm
have
weather, no taxes.
Exactly, warm weather, no taxes. Like that's what I mean.
Yeah,
so,
Steven Stamkos can go to the grocery store
and not get harassed.
Yeah.
So it's so easy for me for people to want to go to Tampa Bay. When you come to Toronto, for example, or Montreal, like the pressure alone will get to you. The weather isn't always great, obviously, with the winters and stuff. So, and then the taxes on top of all that.
I mean, that's got to be a big thing for guys who are making north of $5 million a year, right?
Well, exactly. I mean, like we've talked about loopholes in the taxes and stuff like that, but
is that current still? You're telling me Jack Campbell still leads the NHL playoffs in goals against at 1 point,
and
1.18,
people
and Vasilevsky right behind him?
Were quick to blame Campbell or quick to say that Carey Price was the reason that they did so well. I don't see Carey Price on that list at all, so I don't know how that works either. But
well, I was gonna say, I mean, there was a couple games in there where he had let in a bunch of goals and stuff. I mean, that's not really gonna fluctuate your goals against average that much.
It probably will when they
Oz?
get 5.
Is it recording again? Hit it now. Hey, how's it going,
job.
guys?
Crash course, pretty easy.
Little crash course, yeah. But I mean, Carey Price. I mean, the more you play, the more likely your chances are you're going to get more goals scored on. I don't know if that's like an epiphany or anything like that.
You're right.
But
you're right.
He's got to be in the top 10 though. There he is, number 6, right? Yeah. Behind Nedeljkovic, Spencer Knight, who played like one game, I think, for the Panthers. By the way,
Cam Talbot, Mike Smith, Tuukka Rask, Connor Hellebuck.
Well, the topic of goalies, Marc-Andre Fleury. I think he's number 3 on that list, if I saw, or number 4.
He's 3. Yep.
Vesna winner the other night. Congratulations.
Deserves it.
Applause is all the way around.
I mean, he's come a long way since that sword through the back picture to almost making the Stanley Cup final, but falling short to winning the Vezina.
Yep. Kirill Kaprizov, Minnesota, wins Rookie of the Year despite his age. It was still his first year in the NHL.
As expected and as deserved, I think.
Well, he ran away with it. I think the guy had north of 25 goals.
And didn't we read something that he's not even going to be in the NHL next year? He's going to sign a contract with Davos or something.
No, apparently he's thinking about going back to the KHL with, I think it was CSK Moscow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Wild though, eh? Like, can you believe that?
Wild. Minnesota Wild.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely out of the Wild now, or he's back in the Wild. I don't know how we want to go with that one, but yeah, he's
so the extension with the Wild is reportedly gone cold in the KHL. So yeah, CSK Moscow. What kind of balls would you have?
Guy literally came, made a buck, and fucked off. Like, I don't know.
I don't even know. He probably entry level.
Like entry level contract.
Yeah, maybe you can look up Kaprizov cap friendly quickly. But if I had to guess, I mean, if you're Rookie of the Year, you got to be making entry level, right? At least.
Yeah. Hey,
probably south of $1 million.
Adam Fox wins the Norris anyway, so that's pretty wild.
That's big. Good time for the Rangers. So what was he making? He was making
1.4, 1.37.
Oh, so he was signed from last year too, but his salary cap hit $925, but he took just over $1 million. That's pretty crazy to go back to Russia. I mean, hey, you want to go play at home? Go play at home.
Yeah,
but you just tore up the NHL as a rookie, so
you should probably come back. But yeah, I mean, whatever.
51 points, 55 games.
Not bad. Not bad.
27 goals.
Imagine what he had in 82.
Hey, remember I was talking to you guys about how I was going back and forth about Jason Spezza versus
Yes.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Absurd contract. Do you want to talk about it quick? Do you want to mention it briefly?
I mean, there's just never any 8-year deals unless you're McDavid, Ovi, or Crosby, like I mentioned to you guys, that ever work out.
right. Like,
8-year deals get you in a hole, and
it gets you in trouble.
Ken Holland come up with some crazy quotes.
With
I
a
saw.
no-move clause.
Oh, I didn't even see that
Yeah,
part.
he had a no-move clause.
I saw Ken Holland was saying in the press conference, when he's 60 years old, he's still going to have the hockey IQ of what he has now. And I'm like, what does that even mean? You're going to expect him to play till he's 60? Like, that doesn't even make any sense in my eyes.
So I was arguing with some plug named Dale on fucking Instagram. And,
Yes.
And Dale was trying to argue that Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, this is a great contract because he's younger than the best Leaf, he said, Jason Spezza, who he's going to be younger than the best Leaf at that time. And I said, but Jason Spezza makes $750,000. He doesn't make $5 million, $5.125 million.
Yeah.
And like, he just wasn't understanding what I was saying.
He wasn't.
know?
I got what you're saying. And Spezza and guys like that, Thornton, they take those deals because they've already made their money.
Right.
Like, they're just here to try and win. And
Right.
I mean,
but Ryan Nugent-Hopkins at 32 years old is not going to be the player that Jason Spezza was at 32 years old. I don't think.
probably not. I don't even know what Nugent Hopkins' career high points is.
Well, it's 69 or some shit like that in 82 games or something. So I checked it out because I was arguing with Dale on Twitter, on Instagram.
69 points in 82
So
games.
Jason Spezza was putting up 50-point seasons well into his 30s, and I said Nuge can barely do that in his 20s. So you think this is a
Yeah.
good deal? Tell me how you think this is a good deal.
I fully understood what you're saying. I mean,
Wild.
Kenny Holland, he might.
I just said, I remember commenting, this is so Edmonton because it is such an Edmonton thing to do.
Yeah, I'm scared you're going to lose your guy and lock him up. I mean, you probably should have done that with Taylor Hall
Hilarious,
instead.
I
I
agree.
mean, this looks pretty good now. 8.5.
Leon?
Oh, Leon Draisaitl's probably on one of the best contracts in the NHL.
absolutely,
Him and Nathan
absolutely.
McKinnon,
No question.
hands down.
And Connor McDavid at 12.
Well, yeah, Connor McDavid at 12 and a
We
half.
can have different opinions on that. Maybe
He is
talk to me in
underpaid.
2024. I'll probably have changed my mind. You know? Like,
All right. But back, Adam Fox wins the Norris, like you said. McDavid wins the Hart and the Lindsay. Hart MVP by the media. Lindsay MVP voted by the players. So, I mean, 100 points in 50 whatever games, you're going to walk away with it.
He was unanimous too. Like he
Yeah.
got all 100
votes.
first place.
Second
votes
time in
for the
history,
Hart.
which is crazy
Didn't know
because
that.
this also talks about, I think Gretzky was the only one in 82-83 to be unanimous. But I believe in the NBA, when Curry won his first MVP in 2015, he was like the second or third time in history it's been unanimous. And it's like, Michael Jordan was never unanimous MVP more
wild.
than once.
Wild.
Even LeBron in his prime, I think LeBron's only won one MVP, which is kind of outrageous. Sidney
but
Crosby's
that's
maybe only won the Hart 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, and that's the argument about LeBron is that he keeps getting snubbed out of these MVP.
Well, think about it. Like,
I mean, I think I'm the MVP of everything that I do.
I mean, if you think about it, LeBron, he realistically is the MVP every year he's
should.
played. Right?
You're
So
right.
It's,
I'm
it's an
past-
award that fluctuates.
I'm still gonna. 2009, 2010. He went back to back. He's got 3 there.
He's got 4.
4. Yeah. So shut the fuck up, LeBron. You
I
got.
thought he only had 1. I don't know
He's
where
got
I got
enough.
that. I don't
He's
know.
got enough.
Yeah, that's enough for the awards. But Jonathan Toews, he's back in the NHL. The
After
Blackhawks
being-
captain is back.
After being super quiet about why he missed this season and stuff, he came out saying he missed it with he had after chronic immune response syndrome, where according to him, it's basically your immune system basically goes into fight mode every single time anything happens.
Anytime he's got stress on his body.
Anytime he's stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime he puts stress on his body, it goes into fight mode. So
That's wild, man.
that would suck. Imagine just feeling
yeah.
constantly shitty because your body's thinking it needs to kick out some sort of disease. or
Even
some
just for
sort of
doing like a
virus.
walk around your block, you break a little sweat. Like I couldn't even imagine what that would be like to go through. But it's good to hear he's back.
Yeah.
The Blackhawks and what's going on with them right now in the NHL, not even mentioning it. That's a whole other bag of hammers that we'll maybe get into on another time when there's more information about it. But the Stanley Cup playoffs are going on right now. I was thinking about this the other
Can you
day.
believe the Habs are even there? Because we didn't.
No.
When we talked last time, our last episode, the Habs we were like, Habs are in the Stanley Cup Finals? Question mark. We weren't sure. They were
Yeah,
in. They're
they
in
won
there
that
now,
night, yep.
which is fucking crazy to me.
It's wild. It's Minnesota wild. I mean, I don't really know. Like, how did we get here?
I don't know how
this
we got
is all
here
the Maple
either.
Leafs' fault.
It's a
literally all the
simulation
Leafs' fault.
theory, and it is the Leafs' fault. And I said the Leafs should be the ones that are here, and it sucks, and I hate it, and I love it, and I hate it at the same time. Like, like I'm watching the Habs, and let's maybe even go the series before against Vegas. They were playing really good hockey. Like, they deserve to be there. They earned their
Playing
position.
like the Danes, inspired.
Exactly. And I love cheering for the underdog. And Tampa Bay versus Montreal is David versus Goliath in its truest form. So I really, struggle as a Leaf fan for cheering for Montreal right now. And I will put that on the record as well, that I am cheering for Montreal right now.
Yeah,
because,
well, I mean, it's not really a surprise at this point anymore,
sure,
but
buddy.
I mean, I'm not going to get into
You can
the
throw up that
fandom.
picture of you in your Tampa Bay hat if you want to prove that you're actually a Tampa Bay fan from game
No,
one.
please, we don't want to upset some people. Game 1 and 2. So, I mean, Tampa dominating game 1, 5-1 the final score.
Yeah.
I wrote here, it was men playing against boys, and that's what it really
You know
looked
what?
like.
They stuck with them, Montreal.
They did.
But like
More in
it was
game 2.
2-1. Was it not 2-1 going into the second or third period? Like, I don't know.
I think it was, yeah, 2-1.
It was a closer game than maybe the end score showed. But yeah, they did get.
Are you pulling up there?
Walked all
Tampa's
over a
got
little bit.
4 of the 5 leaders of points right now.
Yeah, you got offensive leaders for a defenseman. Oh no.
So they lead in defensive points, or no, sorry.
So they lead in points, goals, defensive leaders. Oh no. That's
He's
for
Vasilevsky's
goalies. So that's
second. But Ryan McDonough's got the best plus minus. Vasilevsky's got the most wins.
Best save percentage.
The best save percentage.
most
Points got the
wins.
most goals. Stamkos has the most goals. Then Killorn. So they have 3 of the top 5 in
No,
goals.
That's Braden Point, and then
That's what I said.
Stamkos, and then Killorn.
That's what I said, yeah. 3 of the top 5 in goals. 4 of the top 5 in points. Vasilevsky leading in goals against and save percentage.
Yeah, they're playing out of their mind. I would hate to see Tampa Bay go back to back. I got to be honest, but I mean, it's not to say they wouldn't deserve it. So
Game 2, 2 nights ago now. Game 3 goes tonight at the Bell Center. Unfortunately, they got rejected by Health Canada or the Quebecois province, whatever health ministers, to allow more fans in. So they're only going to have 3,500 still, which
a
that
damn
sucks.
shame. What a
I mean,
damn
it's
shame.
kind of ridiculous. You get people who are double vaxxed, get them to spread out, wear a mask inside. You could fucking fill 10,000 fans in that building.
There's 10,000 people outside.
There was 25,000, like wow, 30,000 people outside.
2,500 going to feel like 25,000. Swear to God.
Yeah, exactly. So
Safer inside.
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
outrageous. It's a little
I
outrageous.
agree.
It's the Stanley Cup Final. Like,
Let it happen, man.
first of all, it's been 28 years.
Yeah.
It might be another 28 years,
exactly.
right?
Like, that's what I was saying. You know, my dad, diehard Hab fan. I was trying to get him tickets, which are $5,000 each in Montreal, by the way. So I would have had to sign a second mortgage or some shit. Maybe get another pizza job. I don't know.
And isn't that why I had to get him?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard anyway. But
You are a hater.
yeah. But yeah, so I want them. I really wanted my dad to be able to experience the Habs live in person as they're in the Stanley Cup Final, because it really could never happen again in his lifetime. So, or in any of our lifetimes. So it's exciting to say the least for me. It's an original 6 team. It's the Habs, a team that I've grown up with around my life the entire time. So it is exciting for me. I really wish it was the Leafs. It should be the Leafs.
Well,
It's not. So
I don't think it should be, but yeah, Oz agrees.
it should, but it shouldn't.
So game 3 will go tonight. If you guys haven't been watching any of the series, or you're kind of just listening to us for just because you like us and you don't really like sports, if you took a look and noticed Tampa Bay was up 2-0, you wouldn't know that the Habs actually played really well in game 2. I got home, I was golfing last night, so I missed the first and half the second period. And I came home and I was like, Tampa Bay has 8 shots and the second period was about to end. Yep. And I was told that Montreal was completely dominating the whole first half of the game. And, you know, Tampa Bay just woke up and they came out in the third period and decided to say,
Stay in your lane.
to the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
And
It sucks,
they took
man.
over. And
like, so Montreal tied it up. Suzuki tied it up 1-1, you know, and then at the end, 0.3 seconds left in the second period.
yeah, crazy cross ice pass.
I don't remember who scored. Blake Coleman, I
yeah.
think. Yeah. A beautiful pass. You know, he just gets his
Reached
stick
out,
on it,
tap,
tips
yeah.
it into the net. I think Carey Price should have had it, but I'm not going to blame Carey Price for anything at this point. So, you know, it was, and then their third goal wasn't super exciting either. Like, I think Montreal stuck with them. I think they could have won that game, probably should have won that game, but they didn't. So we'll see what happens.
Tampa's just hard to play against.
Yeah,
they are. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Tampa's hard to play against, and they can play any style of game.
Exactly.
They can beat you 1-0 and play defensive.
You did make a good point last night.
Or they can beat Montreal 5-1. They could beat the Islanders 8-0 and then come back and play a defensive game. If Montreal wants to play tough and gritty, Tampa Bay can stick with them. And that's going to be the thing for Montreal. And
it helps when Kucherov dives and complains to the ref all the time, and then they or fake high sticking calls and shit. Like, it's kind of a sham. I think Sergachev needs to get his teeth knocked out.
Then take a real penalty and
exactly. So Shea Weber, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Brendan Gallagher got his head smashed into the ice against Sergachev. Smashed his head into the ice without a helmet in game 1. Didn't get a suspension, didn't get a fine, he got a 2-minute penalty, but I think it was anyway. Shea Weber got fined $5,000 for slashing someone. Kucherov.
It was a pretty egregious slash. I wouldn't have fined him, but it was egregious.
It was, but I just can't stand that shit. The
refs have been brutal the whole playoffs.
Yeah, even though Gary Bettman thinks that they're the best ref in the history of sports, so that's something there's something to be said about that in its own. So
what was I just gonna say? We were talking about I totally forget. It had to do something about with the Tampa.
What the fuck is this? That's jokes.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess switching off to sports because Mike has noticed down. We have Big Science. We have the Big Mac. They're getting a little cold. We do have a couple of things. Prison reviews. We're gonna read some prison reviews. Oz had brought this to our attention the other night. And he said there's some pretty interesting prison reviews out there, and I didn't even know that was a thing.
Hilarious.
So what do we want to do first? We want to do Big Science. We want to try and do the Big Mac. Yeah, Oz is telling us the Big Mac. Are you ready to do the Big Mac?
I think so.
Okay, well, do you want to kind of just set it up? Tell your story about how you ate a Baconator in one bite, and then how you have this confidence while I get a timer set up here.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. This bun is it's looking a little bigger than what I remember it looking like, but...
He's already panicking.
My heart rate just increased, but... Anyway, so in grade 12, we did a thing called photo race, and one of the things was you have to eat a Baconator in one bite. And obviously I took that challenge under my belt, and I shoved a Baconator hole in my mouth on video and won the challenge. I won that challenge. I don't know if anyone else could do that challenge, actually.
I definitely didn't attempt that.
So it's pretty cool. I have experience in this realm, I guess.
Field of work?
In this industry, as Joey Chestnut would call it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm nervous now looking at it, but my mouth, actually, I'm salivating. It smells real good too.
I heard that. Okay, so let me get the screen recording here because I'm going to
do it at the same time?
No, we're not going to do it at the same time because that'll just be outrageous and way too much to handle. Well, do you want me to go first? Because I think I will not be able to do it in 9 seconds.
Okay, I would like you to go first.
My heart is beating so fast.
I know. I'm scared a little bit too, actually.
We're on camera and I feel like I'm just going to choke and it's going to go everywhere.
Also, tell them what you don't have on it.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Listen to this shit.
Okay, but this doesn't make a difference, first of all. I have no Big Mac sauce because they make...
What's the Big Mac? What's a Big Mac? It's 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Okay, well, Oz, you just had up the ingredients of a Big Mac. Look what's in the Big Mac sauce. And the only reason I didn't put Big Mac sauce is because I'm pretty sure they use mustard seeds. And I have an allergic reaction.
Mustard is made from mustard seeds. Yeah.
I have allergic reactions to mustard sometimes, so listen, I do notice. Hold on. Every time I eat Big Macs, they tickle my throat, and I got to be able to finish out the pod, do Big Science and stuff like that.
Big allergy guy.
I'm a big allergy guy.
Yeah. Yeah. You better be careful. But I was just gonna say, I don't think there's any actual real food in this shit. It's just pure high fructose corn syrup, as we discovered at the beginning of the
Big Mac sauce. There it is, and you have it. Big Mac sauce recipe. I'm telling you. First of all,
you see, there it is. I rhymed that off. I nailed it.
You just said Thousand Island dressing. I know for a fact there's mustard seeds in Thousand Island dressing.
Okay, well, there you go. That's what it is. So it's a shame. It's a damn shame you can't eat it. Shit is delicious.
It is a damn shame. It doesn't matter. I have no sauce. Should I do it?
I offered a mayo. He didn't.
No mayo.
He neither accepted nor declined.
I am hungry.
Mine looks way bigger.
Did you get a Grand by accident?
No.
Maybe it's that sauce, bro.
Dude, the Grand is like that much bigger.
All right. Well, so.
Oh no, that's just cheese. Never mind. I thought there was some sauce on there.
Dude, I can't do this. I'm just looking
give
at
it a shot.
All right, should I get the timer going?
Give me the mouse.
Well, it's okay. Ready? I'll start with more. I can't do this.
You can do it. You can try.
We could try.
Okay, ready?
Timer.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Go, 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 go. You can do it. It didn't even start. Go, go, go. You gotta swallow.
You gotta keep going.
And 9 seconds up. That's it. Joey Chestnut fucking crush you, bro.
I can't even bite it.
Why?
It's tough.
I'm actually a little upset because you actually get to eat, and you don't need to keep shoving it down your throat. I mean, if you don't want to, the 9's up. You're not. What are you trying to beat? 40? But yeah, so Gio, while he chokes on his Big Mac right now, his dry ass Big Mac. I don't even know what's on his lips. Cheese?
I think it's easier to do when it's warm.
No, I don't think it is. Maybe if it's softer.
Yeah.
But I really think the sauce helps shit slide down your throat with all that high fructose corn syrup in there.
My respect for Joey Chestnut just went through the roof. I don't know what it is.
Dude, do you think he soaked it?
That's a good point.
Because he soaks his hot dog buns. That's what I don't understand. How did it take him 9 seconds to eat a Big Mac, but he slides hot dogs down his throat like it's air? Like
The shape.
like what? The shape? He's got the practice. He does have a wide ass.
He does have
mouth.
a huge mouth.
Yeah.
Huge mouth.
It's a good point you bring up about the hot dog buns because the first bite I took, I don't know, maybe it has to be warmer, but the bun was tough.
It's stale. It is a little stale. The bun.
The meat was like a little.
I don't know why it's a little early right now. It's like noon ish, and McDonald's probably just didn't have. They're probably using the buns from yesterday before they break open the new bags. So. Well,
Oz doesn't like that.
If anything, if McDonald's has shown you anything, it's that their burgers will last forever and not change shape. So.
Speaking of McDonald's, the Nike fry on eBay, go bid on that.
Yeah, we never did an update on that. What's it doing right now? What's it doing out there? What's it doing out there?
Had a couple hundred views.
Yeah.
Had a couple hundred views. No hits.
Wow.
maybe we set the price too high.
No, what did you set it at?
$1,000.
Yeah, I told you should start at $1 and let it bid up.
I'm gonna finish this, but
Yeah. Okay, should I give her a go?
yeah. I mean, excuse me for chewing in the mic, everyone. I was once told by my journalism teacher that I actually had a very strong talent of being able to talk and chew at the same time. When I did that video with Bobber.
And I don't, because when we play, oh yeah, that was a good one. That's a good video. But when I play games with you online and I'm munching, crunching, crisping chips and shit in the
Corey Cow
microphone,
Muncher.
this guy gives me shit all the time. He fucking hates it. It's like his
just-
pet peeve. He's like, what are you eating over there? Shut the fuck up. And he loses his shit.
Then you play your Instagram videos at full blast.
Yeah, then I do that shit too. I know. I was crunching.
All right, take your drink. Take your drink of water. We have about 10 minutes till we have to change cameras, so we're good here.
Buddy, I need 9 seconds.
And hopefully I can. Okay, I can reset
I
that.
feel like I need a bigger plate. Did he do it out of the
He did it
box?
out of the box. Yep.
box. You
He
can
did it
fold
out of the
it
box.
down.
Yeah, you can rip up the box. So I did mine in 31 seconds.
Oh,
And I didn't even eat. I think I ate half. And let's open it.
Yeah, I'd say half.
look at all that mac sauce. Look at that.
It's about 40%.
It'll lubricate it down.
All right,
I'm nervous as shit.
I am confident you could do it. 9 seconds, dude. I'm telling
it's a
you.
lot bigger than it looks for when
What
I'm
is
trying
a
to do it in
Big
9
Mac?
seconds. Yeah, I mean,
All right. As soon as the timer goes, you can have a look at it once it starts. Are you ready?
no.
Okay, I'll give you a second. Are you ready now?
Can you just try to click start when I take a bite? Or is
Yep.
that too-
Yeah. So whenever you go, we'll get ready. Watching at the corner of my eye. Got my thing on start.
Okay, ready?
And I'm ready, buddy. You got to be ready. Here we go. It's 1, 2. Oh, shit.
Get going, Mike.
You're halfway there. Oh, shit.
Mike.
Oh, shit. He's coming close. That's 9. He's almost got it. Keep going. Okay. I mean, you could have probably done it in 15 seconds. He's got that sauce all over his face. Oh, my goodness. You know what? That's a great attempt. Way better than me. But I'm going to let you chew. Do we have napkins in here to wipe his face?
No. We don't need napkins. We don't need napkins.
You want to use the Raptors towel or the
I
Leafs
don't
towel?
wear this. This is a battle scar.
It's a battle scar. We won't have much time, but 16 seconds is when I stopped it. You definitely got well past halfway. We'll show it to the camera right there. Sauce all over his face. But is your respect for Joey Chestnut, has it gone up?
I still would have expected it to be quicker than 9 seconds, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, what makes you say that? You didn't even do it in 9. I mean,
I'm not a professional eater. I'm just a fat dude. So like,
fair enough.
Different.
And you know what? He didn't even swallow the whole time. He found a way to just shove the whole thing in his mouth.
He's Joey Chipmunk, they should call him, because he's a fucking keeps shit in his cheeks, bro.
Chipmunk.
That's the thing. He didn't even swallow it, okay? He had it in his mouth at 9 seconds. So
yeah, and he did the smile and the thumbs up. Yeah, he literally did that, and then he was like, done. All right. Well, if I had to prorate your time, if you didn't stop, I would say you did it about, what is happening to the computer? I would say you probably would have done it in about 15, 16 seconds on actual time, right? That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Pretty good.
We'll do it another time, though.
Yeah, we will definitely do it another time.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs? We have a little hot dog eating
I
contest?
don't want to swallow glizzies down my throat straight. I'm not going to.
The people want it.
Okay, so that was the
Gotta
Big
give
Mac
people what
challenge.
they want.
Maybe we'll try and do a breakfast taco challenge down the road. We can make some little bit of Eggos and a little sausage. Yeah, a what?
Ooh, a farmer's wrap.
Ooh, just a big hoagie. All right, so Oz had brought up a couple days ago the prison reviews. Oz, do you actually want to reset the camera quickly too while we're at it before we run out?
Gio, I got a little extra mac sauce in my mustache if you want to take a little taste.
No, I'm good. I don't want to blow up like a balloon. Yeah, just hit it again, and you should be good to go. So prison reviews were a thing that is on the internet. I don't know if you guys knew about this. This is an actual thing. So I literally typed in, what's that?
Oh, yeah.
Thank Kelday.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks Kelday, Oz, the female Oz. So I typed in prison reviews on Google, and there's like a whole Yelp section on prison reviews. Maybe Oz can pull up some in the background as well. But I went on Reddit because there's an actual subreddit called Prison Reviews. They don't always have them. There was talk about some reality show about love after prison, which that's also
I
hilarious.
heard
in its
that.
own
Where
right.
people write, do they write letters to some people in prison or some shit?
Yeah, and then they end up getting together or sometimes getting married after
the person
prison.
gets out,
Yeah. So this one.
Dude, I got shit all. I got
Yeah, I know. I
McDonald's
told
all
you
over me.
should have got napkins, but this guy, St. Louis jail review. It's got 30 reviews. It's rated 3 out of 5 stars. So if you're thinking about committing a crime in St. Louis, you might want to head over to this jail. But according to our,
Really, it's a low standard you got there, buddy. I'm going for 4.5 up on fucking
I guess
jails.
so. I mean, anything above a 2 would probably be good in my eyes if I'm going to commit a crime.
Listen to this.
So our criminal here, Max Price, gave it a 1 star because they didn't even have Dijon mustard for my bologna sandwich. Shout out, Max Price.
Max, your taste is shit, dude, because everyone knows yellow mustard on bologna sandwiches is the way to go, not Dijon. So
Yeah.
if they had yellow, then
Or no
they did
mustard.
it right, and you're the weird one.
Or no mustard. So this other prison review
you
experience
fucking
here.
loser.
This police station in Kolupitya. I'm not exactly sure where that is, but
Kolopedia.
by the looks of this guy's name, I was gonna say it's in Indonesia,
be.
Thailand.
And he is
Something
a local
like that.
guide, so yeah.
Oz, do you want to type in police Fulton County Jail? You want to type in police station KOLLUPITIYA.
Kolopedia.
Oh, sorry, KOLLUP. There it is. Where is it? Sri Lanka. Okay, close. I said Indonesia. That's kind of in the same area.
Yeah.
So our boy here, Jesikara Pathurjan, 5 stars. He goes, I got arrested for not carrying my identity card. They treated me very well. Cells are spacious and clean. Food was okay, but rice for 3 times is a bit boring. Handcuffed was a bit corroded. That's hilarious.
But it's okay. It does the job, right?
It does the job right.
You know?
The officers are friendly. Overall, was a nice experience. So if you're looking to commit a crime in Sri Lanka, make sure you go to the Kolupitya
Yeah,
police
but like
station.
if your crime is forgetting your ID, then that's a pretty low crime. Actually, it's not a crime in most countries, so I don't know what the fuck that is. That's kind of scary. How bad would it be if you tripped and fell by accident and spilled blood on the sidewalk?
What is that?
One of these girls had a TV.
Had a TV.
in herself.
Oh,
That's
a TV
nice.
in her cell. Who is that? Ange? Ange.
Angelique.
Ange. So let's click. Let's try and find one more. Don't worry, Mike. We'll end it quick.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Excuse me. This podcast is a little off the rails. This is a holiday for us, so we're just hanging out.
We are on holiday time. That is true.
Okay, so this is top 10 funniest prison and jail reviews on Yelp. So from San Quentin to Rikers Island, here's what Yelpers had to say about their accommodations at these facilities. So Folsom Prison, I'm not exactly sure where that is, but our boy Eli,
That's when checkout time was.
he asked when the checkout time was, and he was told 12:15. It seemed oddly specific, but when I called over to the guard to let her know I was ready to check out, she refused to let me. And this guy goes, question mark? Had to escalate to the manager, Mr. Warden. He informed, I gotta click on this to read more.
Dude, this is hilarious. This guy's like, excuse me.
Let's see if it's gonna pop up here. Yeah, okay. Had to escalate to the manager, Mr. Warden. He informed me that checkout time was actually 12 to 15. So is that 3 o'clock, I guess?
I think it's 12 to 15 years, brother.
Wish the front desk had been clear. Food service is prompt, but quality is low. No room service to let you get some sort of celerity package
Solitary
package or something.
Confinement. This guy's funny. He's a comedian.
I wasn't interested in paying that premium. Beds seem to be cheap quality, but the toilets and sinks are updated in stainless steel, which adds a certain modern flair to the place.
Gym area was fairly crowded and had very specific hours, and the large security fences made it seem obvious that we
weren't in a great area of town. Excessive security presence had the same effect. Mike, you want to read the overall conclusion of Eli here?
Overall, had a decent stay, but would prefer not to stay here again. I would agree with you, Eli. I did party with a guy in a band named Contra or something. Contraband. I don't recall the specifics. That was fun, though. Showers were rather inconvenient and lacked the privacy I am used to. I might try a different travel booking site next time.
Wait, what? Travel booking site?
Yes.
What the hell's going on here? What are these people? Like Folsom Prison.
I mean, he's making
from Tucson, Arizona.
He's clearly just making a joke about how that one time he went to prison and he's probably out on good behavior right now.
I guess so.
Like, hilarious.
Those are some prison reviews. We want to kind of maybe read one every episode. Are you okay with your hands there? You're not sure what to do with your hands?
To wrap this up so I can get them. I'll give it a wash, you know?
Well, before we do wrap it up, we have to give the people what they want every single time. And that is our big science.
Magnets! Oh! I am a scientist! You're a scientist!
Yes, science.
I really think I can beat that Big Mac.
You really think so? You want to try it again next time?
I really think I can do it.
All right, we'll try it again in a few weeks. But today's big science. Roll it across the bottom. Mikey, do you want to read this one? Number 5.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so a teaspoon of... What the fuck?
A teaspoonful.
A teaspoonful of neutron star would weigh 6 billion tons. A neutron star is the remnants of a massive star that has run out of fuel. The dying star explodes in a supernova while its core collapses in on itself due to gravity, forming a super dense neutron star. Astronomers measure the mind-bogglingly large masses of stars or galaxies in solar masses, with one solar mass equal to the sun's mass. That is 2 times 1,030 kilograms divided by 4.4 times 130 pounds. No, I think it's 4.4 times 130 pounds. Typical neutron stars have a mass of up to 3 solar masses, which is crammed into a sphere with a radius of approximately 10 kilometers, 6.2 miles, resulting in some of the densest matter in the known universe.
Dude,
you can't even fathom.
I was just going to say, like, I say this every time. Don't know what you just read. Don't know what I just read. That is out of control. And it just goes to show you. You can't even fathom
that. Like if you're picturing holding a teaspoonful of a neutron star, just picture it ripping that spoon down out of your hands, probably making your hand explode, probably your whole body explode, and then shooting right down through the earth. That's probably what would happen, just defying gravity due to so much weight, just crushing through the earth.
And it forms another star? Is that what it says? Forming a super dense neutron star? I mean, that's just wild.
So it's typically like when a star explodes, I think that's a potential creation for a black hole by creating a super dense, a neutron star, which eventually can, I guess, rotate, suck in more matter, become more dense, and becomes a black hole, which brings us back to our very first big science fact, I believe, was our black hole conversation.
So, it was the first. No.
Oh, no, it was babies. Yes, I remember the babies.
We just had a separate black hole conversation. Because we were talking about that.
Oh, yeah, we were doing Simulation Theory Netflix show, which is still a great show. I would suggest people go and watch that. It's pretty neat. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like I said, it's hard to fathom that shit. But it's super, super dense. Like black holes are super dense. They, matter gets sucked in, and it's impossible for anything to get that. Like nothing leaves. So that shit is super interesting to me. I don't really understand how it works. I don't get the science behind it.
That's why we're here. We're here to try and learn.
This is why
right?
we're here.
We're here
Yeah,
to do.
we're trying
This is definitely a big science.
Big science is all about trying to fathom unfathomable facts.
And this is definitely the most unfathomable so far. I mean, space, every time I think about it in general and just about the masses and how far things are, like light years and all that shit and black holes, it's a mind fuck.
It is.
It actually like creeps me out sometimes when I think about it, especially when I'm just outside. I'm walking around and I just look up at the sky and it's like, dude, excuse me.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I got the Max sweats right now. Like, I actually have the big Max sweats right now.
But what I was gonna say, we're so small. We're just we mean absolutely nothing on this earth.
Pale blue dot. I think that's Carl Sagan. You guys should watch that video.
That
We'll do
great
live.
scientist.
Great scientist.
We should actually break down one of his videos he's got online that I've seen.
Pale blue dot. It's a good one.
There's pale blue dot, and there's the flat Earth, or not flat Earth. The dimensions. The dimensions theory.
And there's also the souls.
And he talks about the flat lands.
Ghosts in the sky. I think that was Carl Sagan as well. That one was really neat.
Carl Sagan, inspiration for our big science segment.
Legend.
Well, guys, Mike's got Big Mac sweats. I'm still kind of feeling it in my esophagus. Even though I didn't finish it, I'm going to finish it off now. But thank you, everyone, for listening or watching today's episode. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button.
Smash.
Hey, what happened to the follow me?
Oh, don't worry about that. So hit it if you haven't already and leave a nice rating or review, or don't leave a nice one. We don't care. Hit us up on social media at Improversation Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
There it is.
Improversation P on Twitter. And let us know which celebrity or character impression you want to hear from next. But until then, take care.
Comb your hair.